monster. No, you are wrong. I am a god!
I'm Rex Paradox, the greatest man who ever lived, and today on the program is my Kingdom Hearts 3 review. I've been waiting 13 years for this game to come out. 13 years! So I'm gonna do my best not to spoil the game, story, and none of that. I'm gonna do my best. So, Kingdom Hearts 3, we're back with Donald, we're back with Sora, we're back with Goofy. They always say it's Sora, Donald, and Goofy, but I'm Donald, Sora, and Goofy. No, tall, medium, small, medium, tall. There you go. So, Sora's back. He's doing his thing, traversing Disney worlds and shit, fucking fighting Heartless and fighting people in black coats. Bunch of people in black coats in this game. Bunch of them. Kingdom Hearts 3, here we go. So, my main issue with the game, I have three main issues with the game. Number one, the combat's floaty. I'm not a fan of that. It takes a long time to get to the ground sometimes. A long time for like no reason. Gripe number two, some of the bosses have a lot of health bars. And it's like, it's not really a huge problem. It's just kind of annoying that like some of them have health bars that are like, some like regular enemies that you fight, like they have 2 or 3 health bars. I'm like, why? It goes down fast enough where it's not an issue, but I'm just like, why do they have so many health bars? They can't just take less damage or just 1 health bar and it's like it goes down slower. I'll never understand that. My third issue is so many cutscenes, man. There are so many cutscenes in this game. I streamed this entire game. I skipped, I think, 1 world's cutscenes, which was the Tangled world, the fucking Rapunzel thing. Like, that was the only world where I skipped the cutscenes, because it's like, I watched the movie and I really didn't care to see that stuff again. There's hours upon hours of cutscenes. It's at least 7 hours of cutscenes in this game. And I appreciate cutscenes in a game to like tell the story, but I'm just like, god damn, dude, like why are there so many? If I'm not mistaken, I believe there are actually 8 worlds that you can play in. Off the top of my head, you have Twilight Town, Olympus, the Hercules world. You have the Pirates of the Caribbean world, the Caribbean, Toy Box, the Toy Story world, whatever the fuck the Tangle world is called. I can't fucking remember off the top of my head. You have Monsters Inc., Big Hero 6, and I think the last one, just like off the top of my head, is Frozen. And you have 100 Acre Wood. I guess that's 9. 100 Acre Wood isn't like really a world. It's like, if you ever played Kingdom Hearts before, like you can go into the book. I don't feel like that's really spoiling the story. It's pretty much in like every game. And I gotta be honest with you, man, I was kind of disappointed with 100 Acre Wood this time. Kinda. Just like, I always enjoy 100 Acre Wood in Kingdom Hearts, because it's just like, it takes you out of like some of the action, just like the tedious shit. It's like, here's just like some fucking cute throwback world from like, you know, you might not have been a fan of Winnie the Pooh, but like, you can't go to 100 Acre Wood and that shit don't like bring a tear to your eye or something. You can't do it. You can be the hardest motherfucker out there. Like, nigga, you seeing Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Eeyore and fucking Rabbit and Roo and Tigger. I'm like, fucking, it's no way you can't, dude. Like, I was a little disappointed. 100 Acre Wood is like, it went by too fast for me. It went way too fast. And I beat this game, and I think I beat the game in like, I want to say it clocked in 30 hours. Because I did like a lot of leveling and stuff. I was looking for stuff. I played 35 hours of the game total so far. 35 hours total. Straight up, streamed the whole thing pretty much 35 hours. I did some off-screen leveling, but like, yeah, man. I beat the game way over level 2, so I can't say that the game's super difficult. I just like to play games, RPGs and stuff way over level. I think like the final world record, like you're supposed to be like level 45 when you go there. It's like, I beat the game when I was like level 74, like level 77, something like that. I think I was like level 78 when I actually beat the game. Straight up, just like beat the game at level 78. I was way overpowered going in there. It's like I wasn't that overpowered, but I was over leveled. I'll put it like that. I like the combat. It's fast and fluid. Now, it is floaty, so you don't get to the ground as fast. So I'm always like Kingdom Hearts 2 better because of that. I feel like some of the you know, more like melee oriented aspects of the game, it's like your combos don't feel really personal, right? In Kingdom Hearts 2, it's like when you did a combo on somebody, it's like that was some personal stuff, you know, up close and personal. You really fucked them up when you did a combo. In this game, I feel like you can use magic and it's so strong that it takes that personal aspect away from it. Magic is like your best friend in this game, straight up. It's always been like a powerful thing in Kingdom Hearts, but like it's really strong in this game. There's like all kinds of tiers to magic. You know, in the typical games, you have like a fire, then you got a fire rub, which is an advanced version of fire, and you got a fire G, which is an advanced version of fire rub. Now you have fire Z. So it's like everything is R, G, Z. Every type of magic in the game has a Z variation. And you do have to play to the game to get these. Except Cure. Cure's the only one. That stays a G. Shot locks come back. They're different than Birth by Sleep if you played that game. Way different. But not that much different. You also have the ability to move at extremely fast, you know, just cover extreme amounts of ground with the shot locks. You can like pretty much just like dart over to enemies at certain points if you lock onto it with a shot lock. That was a really interesting aspect of the game to me. The boss fights in this game are really good, except the final boss fight for me. Pretty much like most of the boss fights are really good in this game to me, except like the final one. And again, like that's the thing, I'm comparing it to Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think that the final battle in Kingdom Hearts 2 was like, that's the pinnacle of the series so far. Keep in mind that Kingdom Hearts 3 is made by a different development team, to my understanding. The Osaka team or something, and it's like it's different from the people who made Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're the team more behind Birth by Sleep and like Dream Drop Distance. So Kingdom Hearts 3 is more like those games than it is 1 or 2. Story wise, man, oh my god, the story was all over the place in this game. It was all, I had so many more questions after playing this shit than I ever had before. Way more questions. Some of the plot points that I like noticed and stuff, they did not get solved properly. Some shit was just completely ignored in my opinion. My favorite character, Terra, like he didn't get the kind of, you know, he didn't get what I thought he should have got. That's a personal bias, and no, I'm not spoiling the story because he's in the story. All the characters from pretty much every Kingdom Hearts game are in the story in some capacity. Pretty much all of them are in the game. I can't think of like, oh, no Final Fantasy characters. That's the thing. There are no Final Fantasy characters in this game. Cloud and Auron are referenced, but they don't have any voice lines. They're not in the game. It's like characters. They're just referenced. I think like they're statues at one point. It's like, it's not that they become statues. It's just, you know, someone in the story is explaining. It's like, okay, such and such, and this happened, and they were here. Simple way to put it. There are no Final Fantasy characters in the game. I was actually pretty disappointed with that because I wanted to see Noctis or like Lightning in the game. Just because, like, to see how they would fit in with Sora, like, none of that happened. None of that shit. There are 3 playable characters at a certain point, so you're not just stuck with Sora the whole game. I'm not going to tell you who the other 2 are, but you can play as more than one character at certain points in the story. At certain points, not just like whenever you want to. Now, the worlds in this game, man, woo! Specifically, the Big Hero 6 world, I was really impressed with. That shit, it could be its own game. It really reminded me playing it of like, just like the PS4 Spider-Man game. Like, the Big Hero 6 world could easily be its own game, dude. Easily could be its own game. Pirates of the Caribbean, that reminded me of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Really appreciated that. First game with a water level. Yes, there's water. You can swim in this game. You can have underwater combat. And I feel like it's the first time Kingdom Hearts has actually done some underwater world properly. Previously, we had the Little Mermaid world, and I was never feeling that shit. I feel like the Pirates of the Caribbean world, it really does underwater combat justice. It's not all clunky shit. You can actually do shit underwater. Really appreciated that. Again, the final boss fight, I'm not sure. I really wasn't feeling it personally, but like there's some good fights leading up to it, and that made me appreciate the game, even though, you know, like the final boss fight was kind of just like, it was kind of sloppy to me, man. It really reminded me of Final Fantasy 15. It was a letdown. The final boss fight letdown to me. That's my personal thing. I think everything in the game before that was fine, but like the final boss fight, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I hope like they do some DLC or something where, and hopefully it's free. This, I have to say, like straight up, this game is actually complete. This is one of the few games that I played in years, dude. Years where it's actually complete, where you get the shit. This game does not need DLC. I would appreciate it if there was some DLC, like maybe some extra boss fights or something, some throwbacks, something. Some kind of throwbacks. But like, it doesn't need DLC. This game, it's a complete game when you buy it. Can't praise them enough for doing that. It is a complete game when you buy the game. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Complete game. What are they doing? Do I think this was worth the wait? Yes and no. And part of that is just like, I didn't think the boss fight was the final boss fight. Like, it's just like, it could have been so much better. They could have turned it up just like all the fuck the way. I felt like when they did the final boss fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, like they turned that shit the fuck up. I feel like they didn't turn it up enough in Kingdom Hearts 3. But it's like, hey, it's a different game, you know? Everything else was fine to me except that final boss fight. That's my like really only criticism as far as the boss fights go. Man, like if you when you eventually play this game, if you play this game, the boss fight on the Frozen world, oh my god, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. I'm not going to spoil it, but like, man, that shit was fire, nigga. It was fire. Some parts of it were kind of annoying, but I'm like, that shit was fire to me. I really enjoyed that boss fight. Favorite boss fight in the whole game to me. Like, man, once you get to that point, you play like you're going old. I'm talking about that shit was fire. But yeah, that's pretty much my review for the game. I still think Kingdom Hearts 2 is better, but like, I definitely recommend that you buy this game. It's a fun time. It's a fun just gaming experience, honestly, with a complete story. Now, I'm not gonna say like all the story in the game, but like it's a complete story. It's a complete game. I'm pretty sure like you can find the story within the game. I think there are like ways to view past cutscenes or whatever the fuck. Personally, I didn't do it. I don't know why I'm saying that you can do this if I didn't do it, but like that's just how I perceive the game to be. Can't say I like, you know, I don't know, man. I like the game. I like the game. I waited 13 years. I like the game. I appreciate what I got. And that's my review. This terrible review is over. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going to happen with Kingdom Hearts. I have no idea. I hope we don't get a bunch of fucking spin-off games. And like, just Square, like, crank out Kingdom Hearts 4. Just do it. Don't make me wait 10 more years, nigga. Like, I don't want to have kids when this game comes out. I do not want to have had kids and shit when this game. I don't want to be in my 30s when this game comes out. When the next Kingdom Hearts game comes out, I don't want to have to wait 10 more years. So like, y'all need to get on this shit now. Finish it. Finish it. I hope Disney like made a bunch of money off of this game so they like tell Square to like hurry the shit up. It's like, I don't think I can wait 10 more years for another Kingdom Hearts game, nigga. Like, it's just too much shit going on for me to wait 10 more years. But that's my review. Have a nice day. Goodbye.